started this evening. We're going to bypass our regular meeting, but we will say the Pledge of Allegiance. Please, if you'll all stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, thank you everybody for coming. We're just going to do this in the order you guys signed in. This little mic here is a little bit unpredictable, so at the risk of blowing out eardrums, I'm just going to holler. Our first person up will be Vaughn Suckler, and Vaughn is running for Township trustee. Vaughn?
All right, this won't take too long here. Got some notes. All right, can you hear me all right? Yes. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for coming. As some of you may know, my name is Vaughn Suckler. I am here tonight to introduce myself and ask for your support for Deerfield Township trustee on November 4th. First, a little bit about myself. I was born and raised here in Deerfield. Both of my parents were very involved in township activities. My whole family has a long history of service to Deerfield, and I am proud to continue that. My family is integral in starting with the volunteer fire department. I have also served in the fire department as emergency medical technician and firefighter for 37 years, 21 years as assistant chief, and in the final year of service, I held the position of chief. I previously also held positions as treasurer and president of the Association of the Fire Department. In my tenure as chief, I was able to put together a great leadership team that worked well together. And with the township trustees and my leadership team were able to secure over $500,000 in grant money to aid in the purchase of much needed equipment for the Deerfield Fire Department. My many years on the fire department definitely taught me that it is better to work together as a team and to a common goal for the betterment of all. I am also a lifelong member of the Deerfield United Methodist Church, where I serve on the church council as trustee chairman. The position involves logistic coordination with some very involved and significant maintenance projects, as well as general upkeep of the church building and grounds. I started my work history in the Deerfield Township maintenance at the age of 16 under the guidance of Mr. Phil Cutright and Jerry Schilling, through the county intern program that allowed teams to work during the summer months providing help to the townships. Through the 3 summers that I was involved in this program, I learned the importance of road maintenance, cemetery upkeep, and how to respect the sanctity of the cemetery, and develop a pride in maintaining the beautification of our township. After graduating Southeast High School, I attended ECT Technical College, where I specialized in learning electronics, while working full-time as a TV repairman technician, while also attending emergency medical training, fire classes, I earned certification and all. I currently work at Astro Products, where I have been for 26 years and have held numerous leadership positions within the company. Currently, I am shift supervisor. My responsibilities include overseeing quality control, training of new employees, ensuring safety standards are adhered to, and minor maintenance of the machinery. If elected, I plan to improve the cohesiveness of all the township entities, to foster a healthy sense of community, to ensure that the township continues positively moving forward for the betterment of our township. My plan to work alongside fellow trustees and continue proactively obtaining the best resources for our fire department, as this is a significant service to our township and neighboring townships. If elected, I will work diligently to keep the township properties in the best conditions that our funds will allow. I would like to see our township park upgraded to better service residents and for it to be used for picnics, sporting events, and even something as simple as a peaceful evening walk. I would also like to see a return to cycling programs in our township and at least a one-year community cleanup day. These are just a few of my ideas and hopes for our township. If elected, I plan to work with my peers, fellow residents, in respect and with professionalism. I want to be approachable to anyone who needs my attention and fully intend to listen to all thoughts and opinions presented to me with open-mindedness, even if I may not agree with them. I strongly believe in teamwork. If elected, I will continue to serve my township, which I sincerely care about with pride. My motto is do the right thing for the right reasons. Thank you and appreciate it. Also like to say, I hope, I'm not sure if someone's here for the fire department, but I want to make sure that we support the fire levy that's coming up. We cannot defund them. We have to keep supporting them and so that they can continue to move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. All right. Our next person to sign a man here is Kevin Worshy for school board.
Okay, I wrote it down also too, so that way I can stay on point with everybody says. Good evening, my name is Kevin Worshy, proud Southeast graduate. I come from generations of Southeast graduates. All three of my children graduated from Southeast. I have two daughters, both have gone into education. Because of that, I understand the needs of our teachers, our students, and our community. And I believe in holding our administration to the highest standards. I know that not every student is meant for college, and I know not every student is meant for the trades. My goal is to make sure that every student has the tools they need to succeed in whatever direction they may choose. For the past 30 years, I've worked in the trades, and I often take students on ride-alongs, help them connect with jobs through my vast network, including serving as the HVAC advisory board at Maplewood JBS. All right.
No. That was the other one. I'm failing at being.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it.
Keep going.
All right. With my experience, I also know how to save money on maintenance and ensure that our students remain safe and efficient for our kids, our school. During my previous time on the school board, I pushed our administration to explore new opportunities. For example, I introduced them to Makerspace at Brookfield Schools, showing them how we could use tools we already have in the building and to build classes where students learn hands-on skills. The program can even sustain itself. Too many kids today are disengaged in traditional classroom settings. Makerspaces, carpentry, and other hands-on programs give them the path to thrive. I know this because I was one of those kids. Right after graduation, I went into the Army and then into the trades. I have seen firsthand how successful young people can be in these fields. Many trades today offer six-figure careers without student debt. As Mike Rowe has pointed out, there are over 7.5 million unfilled jobs in skilled trades today. For every five tradesmen who retire, there's only two new ones that are coming up. That has created a serious skills gap. Meanwhile, student debt continues to rise, and too many graduates leave school without real opportunities. We have to help solve that problem, right here in our own district, by making sure our students are prepared, whether for college, trades, whatever path they choose. Beyond academics, I've proven that we can improve our school facilities without adding the taxpayers' burden. I'm active with athletic boosters, and I've helped secure large donations to build our new track and begin work on our new concession stand. These projects were made possible through contributions and community support, not taxpayer dollars. Looking ahead, I believe we can achieve even more. Like I'd love to see a theater for our drama, so every student in our community has facilities they can be proud of. The same teamwork and community support that have made these projects possible also guide how we should approach decisions by listening to everyone involved. This includes teachers, staff, and students, administration, and our community members, so that everyone feels heard and respected. Open dialogue, transparency, and accountability build trust and help us find solutions that reflect the best interests of our students and community. My goal is to bring people together, keep the focus on what matters most, create a safe and supportive and forward-moving education for every child. A lot of people ask me why I'm so involved, even though my kids have already graduated. My answer is always the same. If someone isn't going to do it, who's going to do it? So that's me.
Okay, well, that runs down. Tiffany, can we have you next, please? Tiffany Havens for trustee.
Sure. Good evening, and thank you all for being here tonight. My name is Tiffany Havens, if you don't know me, and I'm honored to have served as your township trustee and also to be a candidate for re-election. Deerfield is a place where I chose to live. Not by chance, but because I saw a community worth investing in. It's a town where people care about each other, and that's why I worked so hard to support it. Over the past 4 years as trustee, I've been proud of what's been accomplished. I've been a supporter of modernizing technology and was able to get our township webpage up and running, which is vital to how we communicate. I've supported public health by hosting health fairs right here in Deerfield and bringing community resources here to us. I've been a strong supporter of preserving our history by coordinating services to restore historical infrastructure, such as our town hall. It may seem like a small thing, but I enjoy decorating the circle for Christmas and planting flowers in the spring. These may seem like really small touches, but I believe they matter because when a place looks cared for, people take pride in their town. I've been proud to serve as the chairman of the board for the last 2 years. It's not always an easy position to be in, but I feel it's helped me to grow as a leader and also as a person. I've been a proud supporter of our first responders, working with them to host activities and obtain and utilize grant money. I have had the honor to host community retirement parties for some of our members who have served our community for many years. That's been one of the funnest parts of the job for me. When we had only one ambulance and it broke down, I was able to network with contacts at other departments and find a department who allowed us to borrow a squad for free. This is a great example of why I feel it is so important to work with our neighbors to help each other whenever we can. Bringing baseball back to Deerfield is one of the first things I had the honor of helping with after being elected. I drafted contracts and worked with the leaders of Southeast Youth Baseball to bring the kids back in the spring of 2022. I hope it brings everyone joy to see the kids playing ball again. I've also been very active with grant work, which is near and dear to my heart. Recently, I applied for the 2025 Portage Park and Trails Improvement Grant, and I'm excited to announce that last week I was notified that Deerfield was awarded nearly $25,000 to make an improvement to our park. I'll be honest with you, it hasn't always been easy. The last few years have brought real challenges to our township. There have been turbulent times with staffing our departments, prices are up, budgets are tight, and it takes real discipline to make sure we're spending wisely. The challenges are when leadership matters most. My approach is straightforward. Protect essentials first. Emergency services come before anything else. Safety is non-negotiable. Cut waste, not services. Bring in outside resources. I'll continue working to pull in every available dollar so taxpayers aren't left carrying the load alone. Work together. Partnering with neighbor agencies for training, planning, emergency coordination makes us stronger and more efficient. We must also partner with each other. When I think about our future, I think about what makes Deerfield special. Neighbors who show up for each other. Children who grow up safe and supported. And a community that takes pride in working together. That's the kind of township I want to keep building. I want to thank you all, and I humbly ask for your continued support. Thank you.
You guys are all staying under 5 minutes all alone. Okay, thank you, Tiffany. Next will be Frank Voss for school board.
Four years ago, I didn't need these things, and in order to get the font right on this, so I didn't need them tonight, it would have turned out to be 32 pages. I thought these were easy. Good evening, everyone. Thank you to the Civic Association for making tonight possible, and thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I'm Frank Voss, and I'm running for re-election to our school board because I believe in our children's potential and the power of education to shape a brighter future. For 4 years, I served you with a commitment to conservative values, parental rights, academic excellence, and fiscal responsibility. Today, I want to share a vision for our schools, one that embraces the transformative potential of artificial intelligence while staying true to our principles. As a conservative, I believe education should empower families, prepare students for success, and reflect our community's values. My record shows this commitment. I've fought for transparency, including having all school board meetings streamed live, as well as ensuring parents have a voice in what their children learn. I've championed rigorous academic standards, strengthening math, reading, and science programs, while expanding vocational training. And I've been a careful steward of your tax dollars, balancing budgets without raising taxes and directing funds to classrooms, not bureaucracy. If re-elected, I will continue this work, but I also see an exciting opportunity to lead our schools into the future with AI. Imagine a classroom 4 years from now where AI acts as a partner to our teachers, not a replacement. Picture AI tailoring lessons to each student's unique needs, helping a struggling reader catch up, or challenging a math prodigy to soar. Envision AI tools that give parents real-time insights into their child's progress, empowering you to guide their education like never before. This is the future of AI in our schools, a tool that amplifies human potential, supports our teachers, and prepares our students for a world where innovation drives opportunity. AI can revolutionize education while aligning with our conservative values. It can strengthen academic excellence by analyzing data to identify where students need support, ensuring no child falls behind. It can expand career and technical education using predictive models to match students with high-demand skills like coding, advanced manufacturing, or energy, creating pathways to good jobs without college debt. And it can do this efficiently, saving taxpayers' dollars by streamlining administrative tasks so teachers can focus on teaching. But let me be clear, AI must serve our community, not control it. As a conservative, I'm committed to ensuring AI respects parental rights. Any AI tool in our schools will be transparent, with parents having full access to how it's used and what it teaches. We'll reject any technology that pushes divisive ideology or undermines our values of hard work, integrity, and personal responsibility. I'll also demand strict privacy protection to keep our students' data safe, ensuring AI is a tool for empowerment, not surveillance. The future I see is bold yet grounded. AI could help our district become a leader in education, with students who excel in national rankings and graduate ready to lead in a tech-driven world. We could use AI to optimize school budgets, cutting waste while investing in safety, teacher training, and advanced programs. Imagine Southeast as a model for how conservative values and cutting-edge technology work together to create opportunity for every child, regardless of background, where every child can experience American exceptionalism. This vision requires leadership that listens to you. I've heard your concerns at board meetings, in our community, and in your phone calls. If re-elected, I'll keep fighting for schools that reflect our values while preparing our kids for a future where AI unlocks new possibilities. We'll invest in training teachers to use AI effectively, ensure parents remain in charge, and keep our focus on education, not politics. As President Kennedy said, we're not looking for Democrat solutions, we're not looking for Republican solutions, we're looking for the right solutions. In conclusion, I ask for your vote to continue this work. Together we can build a future where our students are beacons of excellence, where AI empowers our students to dream big, and where our conservative principles guide us forward. Together we can shape an educational system that equips our children to lead, innovate, and thrive. Thank you, and may God bless our community.
Thank you, Frank. Next we have Zach Manton, Township trustee.
Good evening all, I'm Zach Granta. I'm running for Township trustee here in Deerfield. I've lived here for 5 years now, involved for 15. My in-laws, the Ernest family, have lived here since the early 1800s. My wife Jessica is a 4th generation farmer living in Deerfield. My sons will be 8th generation farming here in Deerfield. I own and manage 4 successful small businesses: an excavating company, a machine shop, an engine performance company, and we farm local land. I have a vast knowledge of road building and maintenance, road and building maintenance, and construction management. I've steadily been attending township trustee meetings now for 3 years. And we just need some better leadership here in Deerfield, in my opinion. I will support our community and try to get our citizens involved in good ways. I need to preserve the history in Deerfield and our roots in Deerfield. This town has so much to offer. If we could just come together as a community and support our businesses, lake life, and our farmers. If elected, I look forward to serving and working with the Deerfield residents and with an open mind. As trustee, I promise to communicate and inform all to the best of my abilities. I will fully support our fire department, our building maintenance team. I will fully support our businesses and our citizens. I ask you guys for my support on November 4th. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Next, we have Wesley Buchanan. I'm sorry, Wesley's running for municipal judge.
That's why I'm wearing a suit. First of all, I want to thank everyone for coming, and I thank you for having the candidates tonight. I certainly appreciate the opportunity to be here. My name is Wesley Buchanan, and I'm running for Portage County Municipal Court. So on this November, I'm going to ask you to say yes to Wes. Thank you. Now, the reason I'm running for this office is because the municipal court is vital to Portage County. You might think to yourself, what exactly does a municipal court judge do? And that's why it is important, because if someone is arrested, the first judge that they see is a municipal court judge, and they set bail. And as you've seen in the news, bail is very, very important. And I will work to set an appropriate bail in the responsibilities as a judicial officer would have. With my previous experience as a trial attorney, I've been in the courtroom most of my career, if not all of it. I'm familiar with complex cases and treating people with fairness and respect. That's very, very important in a municipal court. And again, as a lawyer, I'm not going to take that much more of your time. I wish to meet each and every one of you as we're all done. And again, this November, I would humbly ask that you say yes to Wes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Wesley. Next, we have Nick. I knew I was going to mess your name up, so I'm not even going to try the last one. You can tell them what it is. Running for Southeast School Board.
Hello, my name is Nick Ashek. I'm here as candidate for Southeast Board of Education. I myself am a 2009 graduate of Southeast. That's where I met my wonderful wife, and we have together 2 beautiful children that also currently attend Southeast Elementary. I myself am a coach, a youth coach here in our area, in our community. I coach multiple sports across multiple seasons. I also currently hold a board seat on our largest youth baseball organization. My wife also is part of our Southeast Elementary PTO, where she helps organize most of the events that PTO puts on. My family, between sports, education, extracurriculars, and friends, are heavily entwined in the Southeast community. I come from a construction background, construction maintenance and construction management. where my normal day-to-day is having plans delivered to me and spotting potential conflicts while ever sticking within an ever shrinking budget for every project. I may not have the long-term experience that some candidates have up here, but what I do have is a lot of recent experiences. My recent experience of attending Southeast, my recent experience sending my children to Southeast, and my recent experience as the head of household in a young family that is in our community, where we take care of paying taxes and school levies and everything that comes with owning a home here in our community. I would hope you would consider me as a candidate, a good candidate in November this year, and go to the polls. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nick, even though I butchered your name. Next, we have Ed D. for Township Trustee.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for coming and attending this. It's very important to get to know your candidates. My name's Ed Dean. Been a trustee a long time. I elected back somewhere around 2001. Some of the things I've done since I've been a trustee, the building was here when I started. I first got the building all furnished, all set up, all ready to go. The new township garage down there, that was built while I've been a trustee. The new building up at the fire station has been added while I've been a trustee. So most of the big improvements in the township in the last 20, 30 years, I have been involved in. Since I was a trustee, we took over the park over there. Hot Stove, way back when, had no money to maintain the park. They came to the trustees and asked if we would be able to mow the park and take care of it for them. Well, we couldn't do it as a government. We can't take care of basically a private business. We made out a deal that they donated that park to the township. A lot of improvements are made over there. Last year, the Civics Association donated a pavilion over there, about $32,000, I think the Civics Association donated to the park. We put new roofs on the other one over there, new siding on the other building over there. We had some ARPA grant money, which is COVID money. With that COVID money, we paved Town and Bandy Road. We didn't pay for it entirely out of there. We were only allowed to use a percentage. But a large percentage of the money that we used for that did come out of the ARPA money. We wouldn't have been able to pay for those roads if we wouldn't have had that kind of money right there. We still had money left over from that. We got a new roof put on the fire department up there with that ARPA money, so we used that wisely. We have a new well at the fire department up there. We never had a well up there in all the years the fire department's been there. ARPA COVID money paid for that well up there. We got some volunteers, contractors to come out and do some excavating for us to save us money. That's my big thing. I try to save money. I try to use the money we have wisely. The guys need stuff from the lumber yard, from Lowe's, whatever. They'll call me, hey, you gotta go to town. I run and pick up most of the stuff the guys get. That way they don't have to leave the township. We're not paying them to drive there and get it. I pick it up and bring it out. I don't get compensated. I just do that. It's something I think we should do. Another thing I'm proud of, I am retired. I am available 24 hours a day in the township. I know some people will agree, but I think it's important that a township trustee be available in the daytime. Almost all of our employees work during the day. If you have a full-time job during the day, it's hard to be involved and available when decisions have to be made during the day, when work needs to be helped done. Not a deal breaker, but I think it's important to know that I am here every day. I show up every day at the garage. I support all our local businesses. I go to the cemeteries, help weed eat. I use my own equipment, my own dump trucks whenever they need it. The guys know they can just come and get aerators. I have that, they use that. Over the years, I've met and become close to the county prosecutor, the county commissioners. They keep me appraised of money that's available for us, things they can do to help. I can call anybody up in Portage County. They will respond to me. They will get back to me. If they don't have an answer, they'll guide me. But what's the best way to go about that? And I call the prosecutor's office a lot. I don't want to make mistakes and get the township in trouble. I'm the president of the Portage County Township Association. I go to Columbus a couple times a year for training for that. It makes us aware of grants, more grants that are available, how to properly conduct business, how to apply for those grants, how to use things like that. I've been doing this a long time. I started out working hard, I'm still working hard. My name's Ed Dean, I'm asking for your vote and support at the election for Deerfield Township trustee. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Ed. Next we have Shannon Hamilton. Several, because I got and she's ready for school board. I'm sorry.
Bear with me, please. Even though I passed public speaking in college, I probably shouldn't have, so please bear with me. My name is Shannon Hamilton. Some of you guys may know me, some of you guys may not know me. I grew up in North Benton, and I currently reside in Edinburgh, Ohio. I am running for the full term for Southeast School Board. The main reason I want to run is because I have 3 young boys who are going to be entering the school system. I think that it's important to have open communication where everything that happens at the school board is open to the public and everyone who attends Southeast School District. I am active at the school. I am the vice president for the PTO, which gives me a very genuine and open perspective to be with the teachers and the students. I have open communication with the teachers as well as the administration and most importantly the students. The main reason why I'm running is because I feel like a lot of the time when we run for the school board or we run for positions for the school, we always hear teachers and administration, where it should always be the children first and foremost, okay? I may not have the best experience because I have young children. I am not a reoccurring board member, so a lot of the policies and programs are going to be a new learning experience for me. But I can promise you that my main priority is for the children, and that's why I'm here. So please think of me in November. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shannon. Next we have Kate Hartton, Southeast School Board.
Hi everybody, my name is Kate Hartton and I'm originally from Champion. I currently reside in Edinburgh Township with my husband Matt and my 3 beautiful kiddos. My son's in 5th grade, my middle daughter is in 2nd, and my youngest is starting preschool. So I too am very devoted towards my kids' education. I want you to kind of see a little bit of my world and where I come from, and you can kind of then visualize what my vision is. I hold 17 years of teaching experience, special education, in a moderate to intensive multiple disabilities unit. My goal as a special education teacher was for my students to always be as independent as possible, gain self-help skills, coping strategies, and acquire new skills. I always see their full potential and was taught to presume competence. Throughout my career, I've worked with students with a variety of disabilities, while closely working with speech and language pathologists, occupational therapists, physical therapists, behavior specialists, and cooperating teachers. I've taught in an array of inclusive modalities. I believe that inclusion is where we all belong. I'm confident in my ability to contribute effectively to the education department while sharing my expertise, knowledge, and passion with just how it is important to advocate and teach and view individuals with special needs through rose-colored glasses. They too are so much more than their disability. As a highly qualified, experienced intervention specialist, I'm devoted to providing an environment that is safe and conducive to learning. I'm passionate about educating and connecting with students from unique special needs, and I wholeheartedly presume competence for each and every student that I come into contact with. With this, I have 11 years of experience in educational leadership as our teachers union treasurer. I know our contract and language, and I'm currently on our negotiating committee. District leadership team, teacher-based team, and building teams, creating those visions, objectives, and goals, and trickling it down into the classroom. I've assisted with school-based teams, writing, implementing, and servicing individual education plans, behavior plans, sensory integration diets, augmentative communication, data collection, and training classroom paraprofessionals. So that is why I'm here today. My vision is shifting perspective. My vision is shifting our perspective to the idea that education is not what it used to be. A shift that means we must rethink how we teach, what we teach, how we respond and support every student. It's time to move beyond one-size-fits-all approaches and embrace an education system that is dynamic, inclusive, and responsive to the real world our students are stepping into. I commit to working collaboratively with the community, staff, and administrators to ensure we are meeting the needs of the whole student while fostering inclusive and safe environments. Investing not only in our children's education, but their social and emotional well-being, while fostering independence to become lifelong learners and successful members of society. Offer supports and knowledge on students with high needs in the classroom and supporting inclusive modalities. And ensuring staff and students that they feel valued, heard, and supported as education rapidly transforms. I want to utilize my plethora of knowledge in the education world and put it to a greater use for our children and their future. Education is evolving rapidly, and we need to meet the demands of a changing world. Today's children need more than just foundational knowledge. They require adaptability, critical thinking, creativity, innovation, digital literacy, and emotional resilience to succeed in an interconnected and technology-driven society. We no longer are preparing students for a world of predictable routines and fixed careers. Education is moving in a direction where we all need more. We need more compassion, more tolerance, more support, physically, mentally, and emotionally, more movement, more outlet, more communication skills, more critical thinking, and more accountability. We must focus on the whole child and prepare them for a future that demands adaptability to become lifelong learners and functional members of society. Our schools must adapt by embracing innovating teaching methods, integrating technology effectively, and fostering inclusive environments where every student feels valued and supported. As education transforms, it is essential that we invest in our educators, prioritize equity, and collaborate closely within our community to prepare our youth for the challenges and opportunities that are ahead. I hope that you see with my experience why I am a good fit for the full-term open seat for the Southeast Local School Board. Not only am I involved in my community as an educator, I am our treasurer for our Southeast Youth Soccer Program, our soccer coaches, and we currently own a business. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Kate. Next we have Logan Hera, Southeast School Board.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Logan Hera. I'm running as a write-in candidate for the 2-year term for Southeast School Board. First, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a first-generation Southeast student, graduated from Southeast in 2019. While I was there, I was fairly involved. I was in band, choir, drama, the works. If it wasn't a sport, I wasn't very athletic. But I was closely involved in my community while I was there. And after I went to college, while I was away for a little bit, I was studying government and politics, but I was also working as a teaching assistant. And it was there that I decided I wanted to come back and be a substitute teacher for Southeast. So while I was pursuing that goal, I started hearing about this school board campaign. Because of my background, people were talking to me about it, seeing what I thought about it. And as I spoke with them, they sort of encouraged me to run. Originally, I wasn't going to because I wanted to be a substitute teacher. But when it finally came down to it, I was speaking with someone else who was interested in running, giving them advice on how to run. And she told me that my experience, given that I only graduated in 2019, and many other things that I will soon get into, could really make a difference on the school board. So let's get into those experiences. As someone who has only graduated so recently, we talk about the changing technology. I was a student for much of that changing technology. I was in school during virtual classes. I was in school during the rise of social media. I was in school during the rise of AI. I experienced all of that from a student's perspective. which I don't think is something that a lot of board candidates can say. I also carry the experience, which other board members can say, of being a teacher. And let me just say, while I'm fairly new to it, the teachers that I had made it look easy. It is not as easy as they made it look. And for that reason, I want to be an advocate for them, as well as our students and parents, but I want to help encourage teachers in this time when things are changing, to help them guide our students and defend our students against all of this information, teach them how to work with AI, teach them how to deal with the changing technologies. I also think that we need to broaden our horizons for broaden our perspective for helping the students in every environment. We recently got our new track field. I think that's great. I wish I was there when we had it. But I also want us to be able to take on similar plans for other parts of the school. I want us to be able to improve things for drama club, get more props for one thing. When I was there, we had a table and we had a door, and that's about it. I want us to continue to innovate on things like that. I want us to continue to help the band and choir, but I want us to keep improving sports as well. I want us to keep improving education broadly. And I hope that my experiences as someone who has gone through more recent education will help me guide our students, because I know better than most what they're going through right now. Now, as I mentioned, I'm a write-in candidate, so if anything I'm saying is interesting to you, please take one of my cards over there and remember my name. That's Logan Hera. Thank you.
Thank you, Logan. Okay, that is the last person we have signed up to speak. Do we have any late coming candidates or anybody that needs to speak? Okay, I will mention that Melissa Rubik, who's running for Muni Judge, was not able to be here, but she did drop off literature that you will find on the table over there. Anybody that's here as a candidate that wanted to, you will find there, if they had literature, you'll find it on this table. With that, we're going to conclude this. I thank you all for coming, and have a great evening.
Stop it.